2025 ends with a major setback in the EU-UK relationship that has gone largely unnoticed. Is this an omen for wars to come in 2026? Welcome to Bridge the Channel. We're headed to the end of a very difficult 2025 for Keir Starmer, with his domestic position undermined from all sides on the economy and immigration. By this time, most have forgotten that earlier in his tenure, Keir Starmer was hailed for some foreign policy successes. But now these seem very much in the rearview mirror. The year ends with a foreign policy failure that has actually received very little attention in the UK press, but may actually be much more important. The UK's failure to enter the EU's massive rearmament program, SAFE, negotiations over which failed late in November. It is a failure both for the EU security and for the British defence industry more specifically. Failure comes at a time when Keir Starmer was hoping to deepen relations with the EU, particularly on the economic front, and it shows that Brexit is still very much alive in constraining what the two sides can do in their relationship. As 2025 draws to a close, it has turned out to be as difficult as we had predicted it to be. It has been the first year of the second Donald Trump presidency. It has also been a year of successive crises and difficulties for Keir Starmer here in the UK, particularly on the economic front, but also on the front of immigration and also in his foreign policy. There are reports that the UK is considering rejoining the EU Erasmus program, and at the same time, Keir Starmer, his Chancellor Rachel Reeves, and quite a few other people in the government are beginning to speak more loudly about the need to get closer to the EU single market as a solution to the UK's economic problems. But what does it mean getting closer to the EU when this government has preemptively tied its hands in all possible ways with regards to how close it can get to the EU? It has repeatedly denied that it will ever rejoin the customs union or the single market. So the big question is, under pressure from a nervous Labour Party, a hostile public opinion, and a right-wing press that is always ready to shout betrayal with regards to Brexit, will Keir Starmer be able in 2026 to genuinely reset his relations with the EU, or will he continue in his current cautious approach? Will 2026 offer a glimmer of hope, not only for Starmer, but for Europe and the broader Euro-Atlantic space? It seems that there are a lot of challenges on the horizon, and it's a big question: how will Keir Starmer, a year and a half into his prime ministership, but already engulfed in crisis and already with his popularity well down, be able to do this? Of course, we will be here to cover all of this for you here on Bridge the Channel. Until next time, a happy holiday to all of you.